Hi everyone, welcome back to RainbowToastStudios. My name is Rainbow, and today I have another speed build for you. And right now I'm just hovering over the last exhibit I did in my last speed build. We are in the same zoo, my 5-star Dreams Zoo, and right now we are at 3.5 stars. Not super paying attention to the stars right now. That's how it started out, that it was going to be a 5-star dream zoo. But right now I'm just using it for speed builds because it's a pretty cool zoo. And if you want to check out this enclosure, check out my last video. I'll probably link it at the end of the video. I'm giving you a little once over here. It was a little grassland interactive exhibit. That's what I called it. And this is the room that I have left for this zoo because I picked a small zoo. Very normally used to do large zoos, which of course had so much room to work with, but it was less challenging, and it also offered less opportunity for creativity, because what we're going to do is we're not going to use that corner. We're not going to go crazy with the space. We're actually going to use this little corner right here between my giant sloths and my grassland exhibit. And little things like this is where the creativity happens, and I love it. That is where you get all the great ideas, and I think I got a pretty good idea for this one. And I just kind of went at it, framing with my sidewalk. Framing with sidewalk is a great idea, even if you end up getting rid of it. It gives you a really good idea of where your stuff is going, and you get a lot of creative ideas from it. It's pretty great. And it definitely used so many trees, because I started thinking, okay, what can I do with this little space? Also take forever to decide which animal I'm gonna do. I kind of just glossed over that. I'm sure I'm gonna type something out. You're gonna see from the very sarcastic, aggressive Rainbow. Probably. It's gonna be like, why do you take so long? I had to speed it up even more than I normally do because I really did this so slow. I don't know how long it took me in all. I think it was just 45, 50 minutes. But this is not a big enclosure. It should not have taken me that long. I was going so slow, and I took forever to pick the animal. I landed on the lemur because I was thinking, it's small. I want to do a small exhibit. And then I had this idea, maybe I can use this area, because what I'm doing with the zoo is kind of splitting everything by biome. And what I want to do with this area is have a rainforest area of the zoo. So I was thinking, why not start it with lemurs? And I have a little bit of real life inspiration from the zoo that my family worked at. They have a primate area where the first thing that you see coming in is this little enclosure for the lemurs. And I kind of copied it a little bit with this little water area. I really like that about the real life zoo. And it's just meant to be this little gap that the lemurs can't cross. The fence is a little bit lower, and so that's why I have that little low fence in front. I really struggle with that dirt to try to get rid of it, but we leave it like that because it wasn't working with it. And sometimes you just have to change it up because the game is not going to work with you, and it's okay. I'm not going to get mods just for that. It's fine. I like to mix a little game functionality and real life functionality. You won't ever see me try to go against the game. I don't really do mods. I don't leave stuff looking weird just because the game doesn't want to make it work. So that little corner, I just added a little bit of dirt, made it a little bit more natural. But I also will do some things the way a real life zoo might, incorporate little this little corner over here that I didn't fill in with sidewalk. I will probably make a little graphic to point to that in a minute. But I end up using that because I didn't really want to fill it with sidewalk. And I'm like, I'll do something with it. and it ends up looking like a real life little like information area, and you have like a donation thing and stuff. I really fit as many trees as I could in there, and flowers. I love how specifically in the rainforest biome you can put flowers at the base of trees, but I don't think that works with many other biomes. Just like how in the wetlands you can put flowers in the water, like cattails technically considered in the flower stuff, because it makes sense. It makes sense that you'd be able to put the flowers in the water because they are like half water based. So I like the rules of the game for that, and I know people go around it with mods and stuff, but I respect it for that reason. Like it does give you leeway when it makes sense in nature. I give them little enrichment items, of course, because primates need a lot of stimulation. They're very smart, and especially lemurs are very active and fun, and you'll see that in a minute when I go down and watch them. Speaking of cattails, I wanted to fit those cattails in there because I'm like, maybe rainforest has like some... Nah, it didn't really work. So we didn't put it there, but I do leave the lily pads just because I like the look. I like making it look like a little pond. And doing more sidewalk around the outside. I wanted to completely encircle this with sidewalk, but I don't know if you noticed, I used a completely solid fence for the back. I don't want my guests to be able to view it from the back, only on 3 sides. It helps for animals' privacy and also for a little bit of realism, because in real life, a lot of animals will have night houses at the back of their enclosure. So it doesn't really make sense for someone to be able to see, for guests to be able to see all the way around. Put some low shade structures in, because you know in real life you likely would have something there to make guests a little bit more comfortable. And I loved the idea of having this statue as like the entrance to our rainforest thing. I could have done the tiger. I did the gorilla because it's a little bit more primate themed, and our first animal is a little primate, so I liked that a little better. Ended up moving those trees to fit in that little archway. I thought it worked so great for that and makes it look so dang good. And this is one of those things where not planning and just doing what feels right turned out so well. I did slow it down here so that we didn't have a crazy fast spin around on the ground type of thing. Have a seizure because it's moving too fast. But yeah, finishing that sidewalk up there. And I have the trees turned off right now. There we go. I didn't get rid of all the trees. And isn't that little map area cute? I think it's really cute. The things that I put in and then take away still aren't for nothing. Like I said, because they help to lead my artistic vision, like the trees or the sidewalk that I put around an exhibit. I might move it, but it gives me an idea of where I'm going. And something about art or projects like this in general that I wanted to say as like unsolicited advice is that you just have to start somewhere, you know? You have to accept that things might not be perfect the first time around, but if you don't start somewhere, then, well, you're just staring at a blank canvas, or in this case, like an empty lot, and that's not really going to do you any good. Anything creative that comes out of your head is going to be better than that. So just do it. That is my unsolicited advice for today. You're welcome. But so we have our lemurs in there. It is looking beautiful. We have our little entrance exhibit, and I'm taking care of their zookeeper right now, because sometimes I leave the game running for no reason, and I need to make sure my animals are cared for. So I assign him the job. I don't know if the assignments really do that much, because of course a zookeeper will still do their job regardless of having an assignment or not, but it keeps things a little bit more organized because you don't have 5 zookeepers going for the same pile of poop. So the zookeeper that I just gave them is the zookeeper that I placed for last time in the grassland exhibit. So he just has the grassland exhibit and the lemurs to take care of, which is perfectly fine of a workload. And that, shaking my head, I do not like it. I didn't end up liking that guests could kind of go whichever way into the rainforest area. I kind of want to funnel them into one or two entrances. I do leave the other entrance as kind of a separate exit, which I don't mind. I would think about closing it up, but just because of where it's placed, I like having the two entrances, because if I had one entrance, I would want it to be more central to the zoo and not so much on the side. Poor planning. Screams to the heavens. But there's a gate right beside me, so I am silly. And I'm so sorry for this Fab Francine show timer that's in the way the whole time. I didn't really think about it. I hope it's not bothersome. That is my orca show that goes on, and we can actually hear it going on later. If you guys want to see my Fab Francine show, let me know. It's like, is it like 2 minutes? It's shorter than that. But it plays there's a show every 3 minutes, which is much less often than how they put it. Sorry for that shake there. My mouse was like out of the screen and then went back into it. You know how it is. Yeah, so it does not look super cute. I love it. But I do end up, rotating the gorilla statue. I struggle with it for a bit. I'm not trying to place it on top of the other one. I was just rotating it, okay? I leave the game running for whatever reason, and that's exactly why I make sure my animals are hooked up with keepers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this is MTV Cribs Lemur Tour. Isn't that so cute? Look at those water graphics. Amazing. Amazing. And we go inside already. And just look at that. Doesn't it look rainforesty? They are so cute. I love it. And they have a feeder ball and a barrel for enrichment. They have that little nesting box is their shelter. And over there is their enrichment item, another enrichment item, which is just a platform for them to get up on that they really like. And talking about fencing, I did put the same sort of fencing all around. I put the ones with glass on the sides and that short one in front because the lemurs can't really get to it. Even though the fence is actually appropriate for them, they wouldn't be able to get out. I just wanted to only put the low fence in the front, and I do really like the look of the acrylic concrete fence, which is what I was just looking through. Now we just do a little stroll around the back, show you what's going on there. Hint, hint, nothing is going on there. Hit my mic, sorry. I'm so extra putting my hand next to my mouth. Like I'm whispering. There was my giant sloth, but we just missed him. I love the Slothzillas. But yeah, so this has been my enclosure that I'm calling the Lemur Rainforest Entrance, because this will be the entrance to my rainforest area in my zoo, and there are lemurs. And I ended up putting 1 male and 2 females, and they should get along fine. And look at that lemur. He is climbing that banana tree, and it is so cute. This is what I live for. This is why I love Zoo Tycoon. Alright? But so, oh my gosh, I forgot he did that. That's so cute. This is why you put enrichment items in there. They will do fun stuff, especially the lemurs. They are fun. They are fun in real life too. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will catch you all later. Bye-bye. Hey there. It's your girl Rainbow. I'd really appreciate a like or checking out my other videos. Bye.